Alright, let's do our infrastructure real fast. After we do this, we're gonna pick this one right here. And we're gonna go and pick this one right here. Let's get 800. Let's go. We did it, guys. We got 2 800s, even though only one of them matters. Let's fucking go, guys. I chose right. Let's go. Easy clap. I totally didn't know what it was beforehand. No way. Yo, I keep choosing the first and last envelope, so I'll always get 600, 800. You're cheating, dude. I'm gonna ban you. I'm literally gonna ban you because you're cheating. Oh, double 800, the dream? I know, imagine, dude. Also double 800 today? Dude, you're cheating. Alright, guys. We're gonna do our recruitments, and then we're gonna get disappointed in 3 seconds. Because I'm so pissed off. Actually, I'm kind of like way too tired to even be pissed off in the first place. I just so fucking tired, dudes. I don't know why. But thing is, I have a phone call in like 4 hours. So I don't even know if I should even pass out. Because what if I miss my phone call, you know? Alright, so these tags kind of suck. These tags kind of suck as well. Same with this and same with this. So all my tags kind of suck and that pisses me off. So that's a little unfortunate. So we gotta try to see if we can get something even better. So we can go with DP recovery. And we're gonna go ahead and reset this tag because I said so. And we're gonna get absolutely nothing. So that's really sad. And this game sucks. And that's why I don't really actually play this game. Let's go ahead and pick slow. Alright, guys, so back to this bullshit today. So we have one free roll. Let's fucking go, guys. Hey guys, imagine Princess Connect giving us multiple free 10 rolls already. Like, this isn't the first event that we had a free 10 roll on, or free 10 rolls every day on in Princess Connect. And then you got this game that only gives you one free roll on unlimited banner per day, I guess. But never anything else. Feels bad, man. Let's go ahead and do this shit. Hopefully this is dusk. Otherwise, this is 237. Let's go. So this game sucks. I actually think I need Ash to drop. I think I'm not done with her, if I'm not mistaken. Hey guys, remember about how dusk is supposed to show up? Yeah, about that. Anyways, I should change my title as well because of that. But like, I'm kind of lazy, man. I'm kind of tired. Oh, I'm already done with acid drop. So I was doing this fight yesterday, but I just can't figure it out with the boy squad. Because the problem with the boy squad specifically is that they don't have enough DPS to kill out this guy. And the problem with that specifically is that if you don't have DPS, then you can't break his shield. And obviously, if you can't break his shield, he's going to annihilate every single person on the fight, or on the map. So that's obviously a problem. Consequently, I kind of just want to bring in my best squad in and just do it. Because I'm not really tired. Well, I don't really just want to think about it. I just want to do it and just get it over with right now, for now. And then figure out later if I really want to go back to it. I'm just so tired. So we're going to go ahead and grab Blaze, unfortunately. As much as I really don't want to. This is going to be degen as fuck. So, we're probably going to keep the healers the same. I actually want to bring out Exu as well, though. I actually don't know if I actually need like a single target caster or casters or whatever in this fight. I'm not going to bother, though. I'm not going to give a shit. It doesn't really matter, whatever. And actually, let's put Arknights on S1, or S2 specifically. I don't need Granny. Granny's absolutely pointless here. Not like it really matters. We're going to bring out Angelina, though, on S2. By the way, when I said S3, I actually meant S3. Don't mind me. And we're gonna take out Saga, and we're gonna bring out Saga. In other words, we're gonna keep her in, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea what skill Shores is on, which could be bad. But yeah, this is kind of a DPS check as well. Probably do it with the boys plus Spectre, maybe. All right, let's go ahead and get this done. We're going to go ahead and put down Saga right here. I have no idea why I'm putting Saga down right here, but we're going to. And we're gonna go ahead and put down Texas right here. I'm gonna basically do this exactly the same way as I would normally do this with the boy squad. He's gonna be a little close to us. Also, Saga can only block 1 or 2. Saga could block 2, which is really good. So, oh shit, I don't have Saria. I would actually like to have Saria here, but it's fine, I guess. Let's have Angelina face to the right, specifically, and then we're gonna have our kettle right here, face up. Let's see if our kettle could kill these guys out by herself, like right away. And it takes it a little bit, but it's fine. Let's put Blaze right here. Holy shit, Saga's actually loud? Wait, what? Is she really? Anyways, let's put Blaze right here, face up. I might have to put somebody right here to deal with this guy. Yeah, I might have to put somebody right here. We have a problem. We actually hilariously have a problem. I actually was supposed to bring in 2 healers, but I didn't. Oops, that might be bad. Let's have Exu right here, face to the right. By the way, when I meant right, I meant left. Pop off Texas. Take out Elysium. Put down Gabriel right here. Take out Texas. Put down Shores right here. Get her skill going. Jesus Christ, dude. Our kettle's literally fucking crazy on a single target with this skill. It does so much damage. It's actually kind of insane. So let's pop this off and let's just see if we could just kill him. Actually, just give it a second. Stop fucking shooting me, you dickhead. Stop shooting me, you dickhead. Fuck off, loser. Fuck right off. I have the wrong skill on Shores, like I said. As I fucking thought. I have the wrong goddamn skill. I'm honestly not fucking surprised. Wait. Look at that damage on fucking Adriana. Oh my god, that damage is insane. I'm gonna pop off Shores or Scotty right now. Oh my god, look at that damage on Scotty. Jesus Christ, dude. Obviously, this is cheating though. Like this is legitimately cheating. And I'm not even like bullshitting. This is legit like a little bit cheating. This is like straight up like overkill. By far. And by the way, Saga might die, which could be bad. Obviously, Saga died. Not like it fucking matters. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta deal with this guy. I forgot that this guy exists. I'm not gonna lie. I legit forgot this guy exists. Literally one try? Yeah, I told you guys yesterday. I literally told you guys yesterday this fight isn't hard. Then again, but like, look what I'm using. The only reason why it's hard for the boy squad because you have to deal with DPS, which my boy squad, we all know, lacks a lot. Like, I forgot, guys. Was I able to clear 5-10? The Mephisto fight or no? With the boy squad. Oh, by the way, Lungman. Hey, we're actually going through all the, like, arena or places that we fought. That's pretty cool. I don't remember if we ever killed Mephisto with the boy squad or not. Somebody would have to tell me if I ever got past that far. Because I don't remember if I even did chapter 5 yet with the boy squad. I think we killed Frost Nova. I'm not 100% positive, but I think we did. Did we? I actually have no idea. Well, the first fight. Also, this music right here is from a fight or from one of the stages. I think. I think this song is from Twilight of Walamon, I think. It sounds like it. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but yeah, it's kind of quiet. Hold on. But yeah, I think this song is from Twilight of Walamon. Anyways, what? You're extremely bad-tempered. Oh, by the way, we're finished. You're extremely bad-tempered. You don't ever talk. You get mad all of a sudden, and your attitude is completely terrible. No wonder I, your own sister, am the only one willing to take care of you. ... Don't you get along with that? You don't get along with that silly wordsmith because you two don't accept that both word and art rose from the same source. You don't get along with me because you don't want to try hot pot that's even a little bit spicy. I guess Dust doesn't like spicy stuff. I don't know. Sigh. If you ever come up with those silly dishes like metal crab ice cream pot again, I really won't have a clue what to do with you. Enough talk. I'm guessing you're trying to drag this out by spewing nonsense because you're exhausted already. You haven't gotten even a bit of shut-eye all these years. ... Pulling an all-nighter may help you keep a clear head better than losing a couple hours of sleep, but the fatigue adds up and wears you down, or wears you out. Oh, I get it. You're scared. Grr. You know yourself better than anyone, and you know you're part of the painting, too, and you're afraid you'll cease to exist when you wake up. Shut up. Oh, calm down. We all need to face the truth about ourselves. That's not something we can run from. Tisk. Easy clap, by the way, guys. Let's go. I didn't know you could get this sentimental. Perhaps you got a little too much sleep. By the time we wake up and gaze upon this world, both you and I will, as we exist right now, will disappear without trace. Not only that, we will set this whole world ablaze with our flames of rage. The humiliation and resentment inside me will burn as well, up until the moment our ties are cut. And I won't be particularly happy about that. You'll resist it? Nonsense. How would you, a mere part of the body, take on the whole... I think I used that analogy before. Enough of your smooth talk. We don't have time. Yeah, I know. I'm not the only one who thinks this way. Before we... Actually, I guess, since we've broken it off with those lunatics, it's not really we anymore. Before it awakens, we need to be fully prepared. We have to be able to do this, no matter what kind of strength we need to borrow. And we aren't doing this for anything. It's only for ourselves and the things we love. Also, I'm sure you notice, some of our siblings are on our side. Some don't care, and there are some who are absolute nut jobs. Impossible. Really? Don't you actually have a few ideas about who those nut jobs are? They're all close to the true lung. What chance do they know? That's not right. What are you doing? Being more confused than I am? Just take a look back at our long history. How many times have you seen so much as a peep out of those guys? These days, even the big shots who like to throw their weight around send their messengers to the lounge in that little temple's side hall. It's not going to fool me, and it's not going to fool anyone. Shackles can't keep you down now, can they? If not, then what makes you think anything can keep others down? ... Anyways, we really don't have much time left. It doesn't matter who drove us into this corner. There's just no time. Do you remember the last time you had a good night's sleep? Oh man, that was close. You really don't think much of your arts, do you? You painted these things, and you think they were just lecturing me about that. Enough nonsense. Guessing you're not going to admit it. Not necessarily. What you just said is worth giving a little thought to. But what does any of that have to do with the Rhodes Island place? What does that have to do with what it is you want to accomplish? You could go check it out yourself. It's a great place. A fair amount of us have already come to accept this fate. We'll disappear and it will awaken. We will become anew. Before we all cease to exist, as the destruction of the great Yen cities ring in the air. Underlines up. Is there any point in that? That's the answer you came up with after all these years? A little too sappy, don't you think? What happened to the haughty, arrogant Dusk I remember? ... Whatever. If this goes on, we'll run out of paintings to mess up. Wait, not again. Oh, check it out. This is the top of the line. It's 8 feet wide, 3.5 feet tall, ignited with material never before seen in Terra. My beloved two-step firecracker. I like how there's like a crashed like ship right there. Like, what the fuck? Tiff. Yo, we're back. Nian. My benefactor, there seems to be a burnt smell lingering in the air. Nian's winking at us. We should probably stay away. Nothing good comes of that. Dot dot dot. Well, I said all there is to say. I tried to reason with you, even. What do you think? Dot dot dot. I told you right from the start. What good does locking yourself away in the paintings do anyway? Come with me to Rhodes Island. It will be just as fun there. Let's get the other guys and hey, we can have a little family reunion over at Rhodes. Then we can really suss out our sisterly issues along with the rest. Rhodes Island? What does that place have that's worth your persistence? And you want to bring everyone here there? Ha, that's more absurd than us declaring war on Yen right now. If you won't come willingly, I can't just stand here and watch you lose your mind and disappear without a peep. That's your problem. Don't tell me we're gonna have to fight this one out. That's your problem too. Dueling is incredibly boring, and as a way to resolve differences, it went out of fashion centuries ago. But I will say that you've really gotten under my skin today. Lava? Stay away. Get off the mountain and go somewhere else. What's about to go down? There's no room for you guys to interfere. I hope Adult Cruise is a 6-star. Where am I? Oh, dude, I just want to make like the dumbest accents whenever I see her face. I wonder, like, I actually should try listening to her voice acting just to see what like her voice acting is or like is like and see if there's any accents involved. Cause damn, I see her face, I'm just like she has the dumbest accents in human history. Oh, have I returned already? Oh, anyways, what? Is that not Lava? Cruz, Mr. Nothing, too? Oh, my good sir. And who might this be? Oh, art thou perchance the master's sister? My, 'tis a pleasure to meet thee. Look at her fucking face, dude. She's cray-cray. My name is Saga, a wandering monk from far lands of Higashi. Ha, this is getting interesting. Why is this suspicious stare, may I ask? Oh, maybe there's rice on my face? You, rice? I had a magnificent vegetarian feast with many a great number of myself. Verily, the taste brought me back. It hath left me with the most satisfied. How did you... Beg pardon? How did you leave my scroll? I'm afraid I don't know how. I merely returned. All I recall is that the first person who I met is me as I am now. And the last person who I met is also me as I am right now. Everything that occurred between is but a faint haze. Likely my random thoughts. I walked alongside myself, the me and the painting sharing conversations into today, and we walked from Yen all the way back to the monastery. What do you mean Saga's cute as hell, man? She looks derpy. The moment I swung the door open and entered, I remembered my head priest's painting and the words he spoke as he lamented. He said the mountains are but mountains, and the water is yet water. Slashes. Just then, I noticed there was but a mirror in front of me. In the blink of mine eye, I found myself here. One final note, I must admit that the other me, having become a heavy gambler, did rather frighten me. It seems I must not take up gambling. Heh, no wonder. Looks like your master reasoned with you just as much as I did, that little punk of a monk. He never saw in the scroll anything he saw in life, so it was just mountains and waters to him. Don't be such a sore loser, my little sister. You're embarrassing yourself. You were woken twice, but your perceptiveness and reasoning is rather beyond my expectations. Remember how we made a bet a long time ago? Was she and her old Englishes, though? Yeah. You lost. Oh, don't even try to deny it. I know there's way more than one person who made it through the boundaries of your imagination. I will let the prior one slide, but this happened right before my eyes. You can stop blowing your own horn just because you're right. It'll be the end of you one day. Remember what I said. There are always ways to turn things around. Fine, very well, you won. There's no point in making a stand over this. I'll just stand by and see how far you can take it. I guarantee you're in for a surprise, my good little sister. You know, it'd be cool if we got like ending themes for all the events that we had in Arknights. Lava, nice work. Your sister doesn't seem very happy. Should we just leave her alone? Oh, she's fine. She locked herself away in the paintings for years. Having to deal with this many people is probably asking too much from her right now. Just pretend she got some anxiety disorder, or she's shy. Oh, if you're trying to strike up a conversation, you're just going to get yelled up. Nothing, bro. You don't want to bring that on yourself. Alright. So, I guess that wraps up the mission? How did you get here anyways? I've got my ways. What's our next step? Find ourselves a car or something and head back to Rhodes Island? Might as well take a few stops along or on the way to get grub. Make it a fun road trip. Kawu is known for its fine, exquisite food. If you ask me though, I think they're tasteless and boring. Blasphemy! You'll find no finer delicacies than the scale bass here towards the end of the autumn. They are plump and delicious, the perfect complement to the green mountains and rivers around us. Oh, scale bass is fine, but it's no match for a hot pot paired with booze. I should have the kids show you how wrong you are. The broad variety of Yan cuisine will open your eyes. Even hot pot is a subject of study and debate. Given how quick with the tongue you are, I can't imagine you being an expert on the subject. Oh, open my eyes? That's a bit rich, coming from someone who eats nothing but ink. Please, I wouldn't dare to lecture anyone on cuisine. Look at what you are wearing, though. It reminds me of freshly planted chilies. What the hell? I guess that's not wrong. I don't know. Dot the dot. Dot the dot. Hey, let's stop it, okay? And here I thought you two were finally calmed down. Cruz, help me out here. I just looked up the route back. We're gonna hit 17 restaurants well known for their local specialties. This will do, right? Dot the dot. Yeah, I suppose it'll work. My benefactors. I have something I would like to mention. What is it now? You're acting so weird, it's freaking me out. Well, you see, I was hoping to make my way to Lungmen to find myself a job, but it appears you are all employed by this Rhodes Island. Is this island me hiring? I can do anything. I am healthy and hale, quite ripped even. Yeah, he actually is kind of buff, let's be honest. Except he's worse than a sushi cutter dude working at a food stall. And I most certainly am not afraid of the infected. I guarantee you'll get your money's worth. You could come with us and take the exams, but I can't really promise you anything. Very well, then please allow me to accompany you on your journey. This is turning into a real party. Master! Yes? I shall never forget the time I spent in thy scrolls. You needn't remember it. I am afraid these memories will stay with me for the rest of my life. Unlike thee, life is short for me. You have my pity. How is your master now? My head priest yet lives, though he is already a century and a score in age. Thou wilt find him quite hale and healthy. Right. So you're going with them? No, I am afraid not. I wish to continue my travels far and wide, leaving Yen behind. I have a dream. Be that as it may, Lava has been a kind friend. Surely this Rhode Island must be a place of many fascinations. Should we have the chance, I wish to pay it a visit. I am afraid I know not when that will be, however. Heh, isn't that nice? You guys have that privilege now. Why, I quite envy thee instead, Master Dusk. Thou need not take a step outside to enjoy the fine landscapes even thousands of miles away. If you've seen as many mountains as I have, life isn't going to be that much more interesting, no matter how many thousands of miles you travel. 17 restaurants? You doubt their walls can handle it? No, it's okay, the doctor will pay for it. And then Calcid will just get angry. Crude mounts utmost risen. If you ever meet him again, tell him this one extra stroke wasn't bad. Mr. Nothing, there's no way! No fucking way! I'm gonna turn off the music. What the fuck? Why are they using this music? Holy shit! Oh my god! I am in love right now. Did they ever play this music in the actual COB event at all? As far as I know, I don't think they did. Guys, this is Speed of Light. The COB trailer music. I am so actually like excited, I guess, or happy, stoked about this. Let this be a light. Oh my god, this song. Oh my god, why did they use it here though? It's kind of weird, but let's go. They did use it in the actual event of COB? I actually don't recall. At CB10? Really? Mr. Nothing, there's been a car tailing us for a while, right? Looks like they're here for you. Need any help? I won't trouble you so. Allow me to take care of this myself. What happened to the promise to your master? Why, I didn't use the fan to take care of these hooligans. If they dare do evil beyond the city gates under broad daylight, then there truly is no law and order left in this world. I'll teach them a lesson today. Look, there's 2 more cars now. Some of them have weapons too. Looks like they're bent on making a ruckus. ... My benefactors. ... Well, if they mean us harm, let's do this. That's loud. What? Why, guys? Why is there no ending? Oh my god, by the way, uncommon or a common ass cluster. That's actually really insane that this is a common drop, hilariously. But guys, why is there no ending picture? I hope this event has an ending picture, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. I don't remember if COB did. Siesta did for sure. Granny's event did it for sure. I don't know if COB did. Twilight of Walamon, I don't remember if they did. Arknights Memoir, I don't remember. But yeah, so that was all the stages for that was all the regular stages for this event. Oh no! Oh no, we have an actual, oh my god. I thought we were done. Never mind, guys. We have a lot of reading to do, guys. Good luck. Yikes. So you remember like 2 and yet you're complaining about it? Yeah, you're right, dude. It's autumn. The hawthorns have sweetened around this time. The children most love eating hawthorn fruits. It's another day. How much life do I still have left? When I shut my eyes, I remember so many things of the past. And all night, I'm sleepless. And there's dusk. The art is fucking phenomenal. Dusk? Also dawn, huh? Interesting. Why are you here? You don't seem shocked at all. Living to this age, the things that shock you dwindle fast, cough cough. But talking to you about this, it's all pales in comparison. We haven't seen each other for how many years? I can't remember, likely decades. You really are Dusk. You still remember me. How do you know you're not in one of my paintings with the life you've lived? I couldn't be. Are you that sure? Dusk, you saved me and I lived in your paintings for such a long time. I can tell it apart. Cough, cough. This is the bet we made. Whether there'd come a day I'd see through your paintings at a glance, through your world, and through you. But ever since we parted that day, you never saw me again. I thought I'd never have another chance to talk with you again. Those who can talk with me like this are few in the first place. For such a long time, I thought back again and again on those days. That pavilion, far from catastrophe, famine, refuge, a normal pavilion. It was just like a dream, cough, cough. I believe you'd be quite a good painter. All your life, you never actually took up the brush. Wasn't that such a waste of my teaching? Painter. A painter? A great painter. After meeting you, who could still call themselves a painter? There's been a seldom few. All of them were strange people. then I really have disappointed you. Who knows? Just maybe. You surprise me more than anyone. ... Meeting again after so many years, it's like we don't have much to say. I'm so old and worn. I've finished this life of mine, and you're still the same as you ever, or same you as ever. Do you have anything you'd like to talk about? No, I'm very content. You saved me. You gave me the chance to keep living, and even here on my deathbed, you come. I'm so grateful, Dusk, to see you still looking like this. Your eyes. I'm very old, Dusk. Illness has tormented me for so many years. I somehow wanted to ask you now, watching the people you know die one by one, do you ever feel lonely? What kind of nonsense is that? Then what goes through your mind? Sometimes I feel sorry. Sometimes I feel rueful too. I look at you, finally willing to speak the truth. Do you still remember what I told you about my hometown utterly ruined by catastrophe? It's already too far away to try and remember now. It's a reflection in my memories. It isn't beyond or behind me anymore. They're a distant place in front of me. ... I never took up my own brush, because if I ever tried in my life to paint, I would only paint cough cough my hometown. You clearly can't remember anything of it. That's right. Even if I cast my mind back, apart from a single name of Poshan village, I wouldn't remember a single thing. It doesn't have much in the way of good memories, but I always end up dreaming of it, dreaming of so many homelands. Tell me, in all this lifetime, where is it I've wanted to return? ... Dusk? Could you help me paint that Poshan village? I only remember next to my house was a pawn shop. Its bookkeeper wore such a beautiful clothes, so gentle and elegant. When I was young, I thought I'd like to be a bookkeeper too. The village didn't have any of those strange moving plates. It was a farm field and gathering places growing unrestrained, and whenever they were made, people would be just like oilseed flowers. If you wandered a little too far, you'd see a distant mountain. That mountain, I always got lost there in my dreams. There were terrible monsters there, catastrophe clouds floating around its peak. That's the landscape I remember most clearly. Without me saying much more, you have a sense of it too, don't you? Of course, not a single part missing. How I wish the years could have stayed where I was young. Us living on the mountains, me learning to paint from you, helping you sometimes to grind the ink. ... Dusk. You've met so many oddities, seen so many changes in the land. Tell me your view. For me, would you say, cough cough, would you say I lived a blessed life? Yo, you're up. Rhode Island. I've come to understand why you wanted to bring me here. There's all these people. Want to go for a mahjong? We're missing a fourth. You get out of here. I'm not going. Hey, you were all pumped to watch movies last night, and now you've gone cold kiddo mode again? It's no big deal to like movies. I've got a jumbo collection here. What even are all those? Turned out cut and paste covers, completely meaningless long names, and just watching makes you fed up. Get rid of them. How could you say that? I've seen no shortage of operation archives. What kind of person is this doctor? Some guy who thinks Unicorn is a good character. And that's all you need to know, Dusk. Oh, you sneaked them out? Didn't set closure off? Well, at least some people think I'm a little weird, but like, let's be honest, they're just weird because they don't have good taste. You mean that young devil? She didn't find me. I went there directly. What? Is she just aiming at me? Rhode Island. What relationship does the censor have with Rhode Island? That's another thing entirely. It's no problem, so don't get worked up. Lacey's a down and out exile, and she doesn't even come to Rhode Island. You mind her that much? Were officials out there hassling you? I don't pay mind to that little censor, but I don't care about where her lei fa originates from. Her master and those elders always watching over us are no end of trouble. You say I was bound to my own circle. He burnt scrolls outright, set thorough fire to the mountains and rivers before my eyes. bent on teaching me a lesson. I'm not like you. You get someone constantly berating you, and it never dawns on you that you're bugging them. Clearly, Dust also thinks you're weird since she's staying and hiding. Well, you know, that's debatable. I mean, then again, is Dusk, you know... I mean, as long as Dust is older than Amiya, then that's all that matters. Because let's be honest, Amiya's like, what, 14? I annoyed him to the point I could die. There's nothing I could do with him. Ho ho, some pretty wild stuff went down, huh? You still haven't told me. What kind of person is this doctor? And that Calcid? What does you staying here have to do with two of them? Also, where are they currently? Alrighty, I'll tell you everything. And this way you'll learn why I like this place so much. What? Not even a fucking end like an end picture? That's loud. I want an end picture, you know? Well, whatever, it's fine. Actually, honestly, for any characters that are like, well, I mean, to be fair, this doesn't, I mean, like, actually, no, for any character that have showed up in like events, like came from an event, so like Scotty and Grani came from an event, Ceylon and Chores came from an event. I can't think of any characters that specifically came from an event. Has they showed up like in a cutscene in the main story yet, or not? Like Nian showing up in the main cutscene? Then again, to be fair, like the problem is that we don't know when these cutscenes actually, or when these events take place. So obviously, like, you know, if they take place in the future after all the events of the main story, obviously, you know, they wouldn't show up potentially, right? Yeah. I'm going to assume that Blemishine's event takes place before the story, though. I think. I'm not 100% positive, but I think Blemishine's event takes place before the story. Also, we got, did I get the trim? Is that the trim? I have no idea. Let's find out. I literally cannot tell if that's the trim or not. Okay, it says already trimmed. So that's good. So I don't have to work on this anymore. Let's fucking go. I wish you could toggle it off to see like what it looks like without the trim, but it's whatever. So all the medals we have left is basically completing the challenges or like the missions and doing like the crazy ass challenges that we gotta do. And that's about it. And then we're done with this event in terms of medals. We also got to do this as well. This one is potentially the only one that could potentially be hard to get or hard to finish. Wait, it says consume. Well, it might be hard to get if you're not farming. If you're not actually actively farming potentially. I don't know. Here's how to do EX81. This one right here. Where is it? Without destroying free shield. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Well, okay. Actually, I don't think this is that hard. That's only because I think literally to do this, actually, you know what sucks? This is even more of a DPS check. Because I think you can just kill him just outright before he even gets his shield up. Because he doesn't put his shield up right away. So if you could kill him fast enough to get to his second phase, and then kill him fast enough before he puts up his shield on his second phase, I think that's how you do it. You know? Obviously, I don't know what the stage looked like, though. But I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happens. Because obviously, you don't want his shield breaking. Or you don't want his shield, like... You don't want to, like, have him do his big blast after his shield. Because that does so much fucking damage. But you also can't break his shield as well. Because this breaks... Or this eliminates this metal. So I imagine that's how you're going to want to do it. I think. I could be wrong, though. So with that basically clears out most of the missions. Besides the EX missions, the EX missions I literally cannot do until it's unlocked, which unlocks in like 3 days, or 2 days. Sorry. We'll worry about that when time comes. I have more currency, so that allows us to buy more stuff. We're gonna buy the furniture piece because I'm an idiot, and we always buy the furniture pieces first. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but we're gonna do that. We're gonna buy the lava shards. The reason, or tokens. Reason why we're buying the lava tokens is because we can never get these ever again until this event comes back. So, and whereas these ones I could make, so might as well just go for lava tokens. Oh my god, why is Cruz not, like, okay, honestly guys, if Cruz was actually like the 5-star on the banner, that would have been phenomenal. That actually would have been phenomenal. If like lava was obviously the, not pity, but the, welfare operator, it would have been nice if Cruz was the 5-star rate up on the banner. That would make so much more sense. Instead of this random nobody that nobody cares about. And with that, I literally have nothing or no currency to use, unfortunately. So it is what it is. It's fine. But now they can make a limited cruise? Yeah, and fucking piss off everyone. She's really pretty. Like, she's really pretty without, like, fetishizing, like, you know, stuff. I mean, yeah, she is a little bit thick, I would say, I guess. I guess you could say that, but, like, she's, like, kind of, like, normal, actually. I don't know if this lava looks similar to, like, in the sense, like, doesn't look, like, older. Because, like, this is literally a month, like, literally the way she looks is just a month older, right? Compared to how she looked before. Assuming that, like, Hypergriff actually meant it to look like that and weren't lazy. But the fact that Cruz looks like this, like, she goes from, like, that to fucking, she goes from that to looking like, or, sorry. Where is she? She goes from this to looking like, she looks like this, right, guys, normally? A sniper with AoE attack? LOL, dude. They're convinced they just didn't bother redrawing her for that one scene? Probably. But I'm just going to give them the benefit of doubt and say that that's how they intended it. She goes from this to looking like this. Like, that, I mean, maybe that's how she always looks. Maybe that's how tall she actually normally is. Actually, I could easily find out something real fast. I wonder how, if it's actually like an adult lava. Let's assume that's actually an adult lava, right? In theory, she probably is slightly taller. In theory. That's not necessarily always true. That's actually a bad assumption to make. But, you know, we're just gonna like do a little like something real fast. If I could just find fucking lava, where is she? So as you guys can see, lava looks like that. Lava-less hairstyle is kind of awkward. Whatever. Wait, what? Wait, what? What the fuck is this? What? Wait, what? I wonder if Texas has this. So lava, this lava currently is 154, which is, you know, whatever. Everything's about the same. So let's go to here. I was confused. That's the opera record new system. Oh. So let's go to the other lava. In theory, it should be the same. Well, it might be a little bit different. Might be a little bit taller, but we'll see. After I do this. I mean, this lava is obviously much more cooler, but whatever. That's the thing on top that you keep ignoring? Oh, you mean the thing that I don't care about. Good to know. She's actually taller, which means she's definitely... Okay, based on that then, in theory, assuming that they're actually measuring it based on the actual height and not, you know, because they have, like, different clothing, you know, as in, like, they have heels or whatever, that means she definitely aged a little bit, because you definitely do not grow 4 centimeters in one. Well, I mean, I guess it's possible. I'm not going to say it's not possible, because I guess technically it is possible. But, her sister's hibiscus? I didn't know that. So I was just reading to see if it mentions anything about like specifically time skips or whatever. So this one, but obviously you could see that she's a little bit taller, which for me tells like they definitely age, which kind of it brings it closer to what you were saying about how they probably just didn't want to redraw it there for some odd reason besides being lazy. Which means that Cruz is definitely way older. Which means more than likely this, I mean, we probably all know this already, but like this event definitely takes place way after the events of the main story takes place. I don't know how long, but like, you know, for sure way after the main story takes place. Curious if there ends up being a time skip into chapter 9 or not. I will have to see. I wonder if that'll be the case too, especially because like chapter 8 is supposed to be the end of the reunion arc. So who knows? But I don't know how chapter 8 ends specifically. Like as in like what happens specifically. So I'll just have to see when I actually get there. Which we'll probably get there sometime after this event ends. Unless there's something's happening after this event. But it should be, but this is our Annie event, so it's just like should be pretty calm, unless they decide to add something else next. Actually, speaking of which, let's see if I go on the Arknights Twitter, see if they mention anything specific about like anything upcoming or not, besides what we already have. Doesn't look like it. This event, I honestly enjoyed it. That's all I could really say. I honestly enjoyed it. I loved talking with Cruz and Lava. That was quite fun. I'm not gonna lie. He wasn't here yesterday, but what did you think about Cruz's revelation? So here's the thing. I actually saw a post on Facebook. Somebody was asking about Lava and, or not Lava, sorry. Somebody was asking about Beagle and Fang, whether like they actually died or not. And people were saying that like yes, it was true that they actually did die. But at the same time, people were also saying like, well, it's actually just a dream, right? So like I don't think it's like you can for sure say that you know, Beagle and Fang did actually die. Kind of, you can't actually like. You could like, I guess, like make a prediction. The gene that was implied to have happened based on her memories. You don't know why Fang though. So we'll just have to see. Honestly, it's kind of hard. Implication to you was that Beagle dies in the future, though. We'll just have to see. I literally no idea. It does imply that. It definitely does imply that for sure, though. But they also included the Fang as well. So I wonder if Fang died as well. Who knows? Wouldn't be surprised. It'd be a big fucking like. And it'd be a big fucking moment if they actually show it in the game when it happens. But I wouldn't be surprised because it's Arknights, and Arknights has a pretty fucking depressing story. Depressing fucking world to begin with. It was mentioned, but it didn't seem like to you that she was dead. Maybe you misread though. I could go through the cutscene again, but like, imagine going through the cutscene again. Even though it's super easy to go through the cutscene because of the fact that like, all you literally have to do is just click on it. I think it was WR10. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was WR10. What if it wasn't WR10? Well, this is his dream. Nobody cares about his goddamn dream because he's fucking Garbo. But you know, the Rat King is kind of scary, so I don't really like dealing with the Rat King personally. Kind of fucks your day up when you think about it. I don't know how accurate it is, but this is an interesting timeline image. I'm skipping a lot of this because I'm just gonna read the log instead of like actually reading the cutscene. I basically could keep going for a little bit. There's actually quite a lot. Also, this music's pretty good. I said this yesterday, but this music's pretty good. This is also a pretty big cutscene. There we go. Timeline gives a bit of perspective. Babel into Rhode Island rebranding. Doctor is still around. Imagine the Doctor's still around. Weedy was there around that time? Really? Warframe was there too? Free between Doctor MIA to rescue. I like how there's a shit ton of people now. Thorns was there apparently. That was cool. All the basic 3 stars are there, and some of the basic 4 stars as well. Volonic was already there. Interesting. 2-week period of chapter. Whoa, yeah, that's right. That's fucking right. I forgot. Wait, I actually legit forgot. It was it's only been like 2 weeks since the start of the game, right? To chapter 8. Jesus Christ. I actually legitimately forgot about that. Because it seems so long, because obviously, like, you know, we're not getting the story right away, but like when because obviously, you know, we just gotta wait for updates. But like, damn. It's actually only been technically 2 weeks in game time. Or in actual game time. Obviously. Also, my audio is cracking like crazy. Obviously, you know, Helliger shows up during Operational Intelligence, and that's how we know he existed. So technically, I think Helliger might actually be a little bit further back than that, but who knows? Actually, that's not true. He kind of shows up like in the middle of it. It's kind of weird. And then there goes Penguin Logistics. I don't know about Shiroyuki, though. I don't remember really seeing her much. Unless she was also in the cutscenes for Operational Intelligence as well. What does MIA stands for? Missing in Action. Confirmed within 2-month period after Chapter 8 when Emiya starts to rescue off for Chernobog. Wait, what? I literally have no idea what that means. What is it? Wait, confirm within 2-month period after Chapter 8. So I technically should not know this? When Emiya starts rescue ops for Chernobog. If I'm not supposed to know what that means, then don't tell me. Because obviously I didn't do it. COU. What the hell is COU? I mean, you could tell me what COU is if it's not a spoil. But yeah, I'm guessing I'm actually not supposed to know anything about that because obviously that's about after chapter 8, right? Which means I don't really feel like reading anything else. Children of Versus? Oh, really? Children of Ursus happened afterwards? Or it happened after chapter 8? Really? I for some reason always thought that it was before like everything happened. Everything does according to this? That's interesting. What the fuck? I don't really want to keep going forward though. I'll read it in a bit. Or I'll probably bookmark it and then I'll take a look at this later. So let me read this real fast. So obviously we have Cruz and Beagle talking. Cruz is in her dream. Cruz is still wondering why she's wearing her Rhode Island outfit. It's not spoiling anything other than letting you know when the events happen. Speaking of the main story, you heard that chapter 0 to 8 happened in just 2 weeks? Yeah, apparently. It's kind of crazy, huh? I don't know how people figure that out, but it's not chapter 8 spoilers? Is this the time they decided to join Rose Island or something? I guess. Oh, are you talking about what I'm going through right now in this cutscene, or are you talking about the link? Hmm. Ironically, most of the operators we use shouldn't exist for the main story. Imagine actually trying to use characters that weren't supposed to be existing in the story. I wonder how much that would actually change. Because obviously, Exu would be a big part of it, a part of your DPS. But apparently, Thorns existed, which definitely makes a big part as well. Wouldn't that be interesting if you could only use characters that that were part of like the battle that you're doing at that time? Obviously, that wouldn't really work out that well because there'll probably be like one or two operators at a time, but still, it'd be kind of interesting. Hmm. So basically, this part right here kind of insinuates something bad happens to Beagle, but who knows? Oh no, time to use 3-star operators for everything now? Just don't be bad at the game. You're surprised that Thorns joined before reunion movement though? Because he's a Chad, dude. I actually also don't necessarily think you could say that she technically died, because potentially she could have got captured, you know? So I think going straight to her dying may necessarily not be like, I mean, could also be potentially that she more so just got captured by the opposing force, you know? But, you know, this potentially could be foreshadowing a later event or a main story event. So we'll just have to see when the time comes. The problem is that with Arknights right now, Drew, it only seems to suggest they couldn't recover her, so it's possible she's a POW. Yeah. I think the problem with Arknights specifically right now is the fact that like there's so much shit in this game in terms of story, characters, and etc. But they don't really tend to connect to anything. Except, obviously, the main story. Obviously, the main story has connected with each other. Otherwise, it kind of makes no sense. But, like, when it comes to other events or, like, characters and stuff like that, they don't really connect it. They don't really, like, connect it back in some way. Or, like, that gives you a bridge to how one place goes to another, if that makes sense. Or how, like, one event goes to another. They don't connect back because they all happen independently. Right. But they don't even give us any clues or hints as to when it could possibly have happened. But like eventually, like if this happens, if what she kind of like was talking about happens, the moment we start hearing about this army, this Bolivarian army or whatever, the moment we start hearing about that, we'll get a general idea of when stuff starts taking place, because it actually puts something down on the timeline. And obviously, we see what happens to Beagle if when we get that, we'll be able to see. But we'll see what happens. I don't know what Chapter 9 is all about. Like I said, I don't really pay attention to anything that's in China, in the sense that like I don't really pay attention to the story at all, or to know what it's about. So like consequently, I don't really know anything about Chapter 8. Because I also didn't really watch the cutscene for... Well, actually, that's not true. I did watch the cutscene for Chapter 8. Or not cutscene, but, like, the trailer, because it was in the live stream. But... I don't really know what happens afterwards, so it's whatever. They're mostly just random missions that end up getting more operators? True. Well, that guy figured out a general timeline somehow? I mean, I'm sure there's a way, and I'm sure if I analyze it a little bit further, I would be able to figure it out. I'm just lazy as a motherfucker, guys. I shouldn't be lazy, but I'm lazy as a motherfucker. I just... So that means in theory, we might get a adult Emiya, potentially. Hence, you should just read the link and learn what years things take place. No, I'll figure it out. I want to figure it out eventually. Eventually, we'll go. I said this like 1 year ago, didn't I? I think I said this 1 year ago. But eventually, I'll read characters like bios and stuff like that. But I'm pretty positive I said that last year. Like, actually, like, legit last year. And then here I am. Still literally have not read a single thing. Because I'm a dummy. But, like, depending on how long that actually takes place into the future, could actually determine kind of how long or how much content Arknights still has to show. And if that takes if that's like really far into the future, then potentially we have a lot of stuff in Arknights. I mean, we definitely for sure 100% have a lot of shit in Arknights that we still need to get to. Surprised all the events are later though? Yeah, I wonder why. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but it's just like, You would think you figure a few would be in the past? I mean, to be fair, Dark Knight's memoir, right, was in the past, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, it was kind of like in the past, in between, well, in the past, right before the beginning of the story, and slightly within the beginning of the story. So I guess you have that, but it was still, but you know, but it's like whatever. Can't really think of anything else though. I wonder if Phantom shows up in it. Because he's the one recounting, if I'm not mistaken, he's the one actually telling the story of Dark Knight's memoir. Right? I don't know. I don't really understand. Actually, didn't Phantom show up in a different event as well? Where he was going like fucking cray-cray? Hmm. I almost just passed out just now. Because I was like, wait, why is there nothing happening on screen? This music is kind of loud though. This one specifically, hilariously. Anyways, on that note, guys, like I said, we're literally done with this event. There's nothing else for me to really do except just farm this event and I guess try to redo some of the stages with a less cheating squad, to be honest. But I'll probably do that another time. I wanted to do Annihilation today, but I'm really fucking tired. So since we're done with the event, like I said, since we're done with the event, there's really no reason for me to stream this event technically, or stream until, or not stream, but like stream this game until like the second part of the event comes out, which should be in 2 days. But I can still stream this game and actually do Annihilation. So I think that's what I'll do. When I stream tonight, if I stream tonight, which I should be doing, I don't know why I wouldn't be, I'll be doing Annihilation 5 and actually seeing about what I can do to actually make it work. Because I haven't actually touched it before, but whatever. Oh yeah, and Chapter 8? I guess I could also do Chapter 8 as well. It's just that, like, I want to spend all my sanity on the shop specifically. So I don't know. Unless I finish the shop early, and then I could just work on Chapter 8. I don't know.